Hello everyone, you're here with H, and today the H stands for hold on to your bars. Not the golden variety that we're used to on the scamfish stuff. Prison bars. Let me out! God, please, you don't understand. I have a wedding to get to and it's mine.
You're fake laughing too, right? Oh, the tears are real.
How many times is YouTube going to recommend me this? I can't even begin to explain to you how many times I've had this shoved in my face. And it's not a fun Friday night. That kind of shoving in my face I'd allow.
You naughty, naughty. You teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
Let's go.
I am engaged to a prisoner who is doing life plus 35 and a half years. I would choose my prison boyfriend over my mother's.
Your mother's opinion. How about my opinion? What are these nails? Huh? Someone explain to me how anyone goes to the toilet and wipes themselves with nails like this. Ladies, please let me know in the comments, because I will never understand.
For my mother's opinion, my friends, and my family. You seriously need to wake up. This guy is a loser. The main concern my mother has about Lazy is his tattoos and that he's in jail for murder.
Look at my face. There's obviously the fact to consider that he is in prison for life, no less. I didn't expect him to be in prison because he ran a stop sign. Do you know what I mean? He's a murderer. I also love the fact that she put the tattoos first. That's what the mother doesn't want. A little bit of ink on the skin. Get this guy out my face. Not the fact that he's got blood on his hands. He's got a rose. And his name is Lazy. You can't make this shit up, bro. I'm hoping it's fake, but Lazy. I hope it's an alias of some kind. Maybe that's what they call him in prison. The guards. Hey! Get up! Get your lazy ass up! Get your ass to the yard and do some exercise! And he goes, nah, I'm goo. You're goo? What? I'm gonna pop a vessel doing that shit. I'm never doing that again. I blame Lazy. But anyway, why wouldn't you want your future son-in-law to be a murderer? Everyone dreams of this, surely.
He had to get out.
I don't like it. I'm not.
He has to get out of what exactly? Prison or the relationship? Which one? I don't like him. I don't agree. I think you'll find a lot of people don't agree with murder, actually.
Whether she approves or not, I'm still gonna be with him.
What's the point?
I met Lazy when I was 13 years old. Wherein we went to middle school together. We got back in touch through Facebook.
Yeah, chill out. Sorry, but that, whatever you're putting on right there, obviously I assume it's some type of lip balm, but it genuinely looks like it's glue from a child's craft set. You know, arts and crafts. Just here you go, have a tub of glue. That's what it looks like. Your name is Kat. I know you're with a murderer. But you don't get 9 lives, woman. All right? Take the 1 life you have, be safe, run away. I'm very glad, first and most importantly, and it wasn't even first, because I made this is the 3rd point. Shut up. I'm glad that he was also in school with her, and not that she met him when she was 13 and he was shitting God in his 20s or something. So thankfully, we haven't got that type of story here.
He was looking for me for 11 years.
No,
I googled his case and I saw he was doing life, and my heart broke.
You shut up. It's got to be fake, all right? You've got a gap in your eyebrow. There must be several Shit! The joke is ruined! It's gonna say there's a gap in her eyebrow and she got several gaps in her head. I was gonna say graps. Wrestling. My brain and mouth frequently wrestle. I can't speak. But you Googled, you saw murderer. Wow, my heart aches. Romeo and Juliet, who? Jack and Rose, who? Murderer. He stole my heart, but that's not why he's in prison.
I feel like he thought we became an official couple the first day we started talking.
Shut up. Let me get my red flag just because of that statement right there. Here you go, I'm waving it. If someone is talking to you for the first time, you barely know them or whatever, and, you know, they've staked their claim on you. Sorry, we're not in, you know, back in the day where you go and plant your flag somewhere. This is mine now, all right? We're not... That's not how relationships works. So, red flag, a bit controlling. But... Sorry, maybe I'm expecting too much from the murderer.
He called me his girlfriend, and I was like, you never asked me. And then he finally asked me on.
Yeah, chill out. That is a red flag, everyone. Just... Hopefully you understand that. But that picture is photoshopped. No? It's giving romance scam. It's giving a scammer has sent you a Photoshop image of themselves with you to make it seem like, look, we're a couple, we're so cute. Doesn't it? That's so bad.
Me. And then he finally asked me on 3/16/21, and we've been
3/16?
together.
I'm sorry to Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I'm gonna have to give you a hell no on this situation.
His sentence currently is life without parole plus
Good.
35 and a half years. So
Good.
if he's granted an appeal, he will be able to come home in 8 months.
Hey, I'm sorry, all right? Everything I've been saying, Mr. Lazy, it's just a joke. Don't come out and look for me or anything, okay? Everything's a joke. It's comedic channel. All right? The Rat Boy is just making jokes. Hopefully you're reformed.
Help me! Help me!
But I do get a lot of hate, and those trolls, you guys be trolling too much. You got too much time on your hands.
You got too much time.
Talk to me nice. That was really insane.
Sorry? What the hell was that? Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Are you alright? You started glitching, cat. Calm down.
Is that people want to come from my motherhood, which I try not to let it affect me, but it does because I know I'm a really great mother. Lacey has become Bella's stepdad due to their bond in the relationship, and I'm really happy that they get along. That was something I was really anxious and nervous about because I've never introduced my daughter to another man, especially somebody in prison.
Hold on. She's running after the ball. I'm running after some sort of explanation. I can't even begin to fathom the type of men that have been in your life or that you're choosing to date. If they're all shit, you don't want to introduce your daughter to them. But the murderer who's in prison for life, meet him. What a great guy. Meet my daughter. What is this dating pool that she's in, huh? She's swimming with sharks. That's what she's doing. And now she's met the piranha that is the murderer. Go on. Since piranhas... Actually, I think they're more dangerous than sharks. What am I? I don't know. Not a shark expert, am I? But, man. The dating pool is shit, apparently.
Always looking out for her, so he doesn't miss a birthday or Christmas or anything.
I don't know where you're looking. Maybe you're trying to find the answers out the window. Maybe you can find them and then give them to me. When you say he's always looking out for her, in what sense? Is it like Rupert? That he's just present in the room, but not actually? How does he never miss a birthday or a Christmas? Maybe that's understandable, because he's got nothing else to do in there. Ladies, let's just choose better, shall we? Especially, you know, introducing your child to a murderer. Maybe refrain from that, but I'm no relationship guru, am I?
She knows the type of crime that he committed. I would
Fair
like her
enough.
to know that there are consequences to your actions. I think
Yes.
it's very important for her to see the reality of real life.
Well, you're definitely teaching your daughter great things then. Look, child, when you kill someone, you go prison for life. Don't say I never taught you anything.
So this is from a troll. It says, why are you taking that girl to a prison to see a man that's not her father? You whack. You seriously need to wake up. This
whack.
guy's a loser who's going to hire a tattoo face hood rat.
Whoa.
Time to move on, babes. I'm sorry, but you deserve better.
Well, first of all, that is correct. How have we come to the conclusion that she deserves better? We don't know her life. So, maybe lazy is what she deserves in life. Do you know what I mean? We don't know. But that tattooed hood rat thing, you know, what's he talking about? He's not going to get hired and stuff. I don't necessarily... Look, I believe most people deserve a second chance. Once they come out of prison, for example, you can go prison for having some weed on you, do you know what I mean? When you come out, rightfully so, in my opinion, you should be allowed to easily integrate back into society, get a job, whatever, right? Am I drawing the line at murderers? Perhaps. But what's a hood rat anyway? I don't really know. But, you know, just because he has tattoos on his face, that doesn't make him a hood rat, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So...
How do you know what I deserve? You know what
I
I'm
just said
saying?
that.
He treats me very well. I
Does
just want
he?
to say
How?
something to the haters. At the end of the day, it's not for you to understand that I'm not promoting unhealthy relationships.
enough,
I feel like I'm just promoting my relationship. All relationships have up and downs. All relationships are different. I'm just here to share my story.
So exactly. Should I end this video then? Because she's basically told me off for trying to understand any of this. Okay, I will stop trying to understand it and I'll just continue making jokes. I don't think a regular, degular, schmegular relationship's ups and downs counts as one of the partners being a murderer. That's very much a big down. Potentially, it's in hell with the devil. He's taken the down. He shoved it up his ass. Devil, that's not what you're supposed to do.
What the hell are you talking about?
Now we're gonna go through the positive comments.
Sorry?
You guys look so good together. Can't wait for him to come home, period. You guys will be together forever.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
What do you mean they look so good together, period? Period in the sense of put a full stop to this? Please? Sure? The picture is photoshopped. Is that the picture that they look good together in? Because... No.
That's good. Thank you guys for your love and support. We have a prison phone call today with Lazy, and
Sorry,
I'm super...
did that brush even do anything? Rupert actually might be here, you know. Look, the curtain is... Woo, it's a wind, I know. It's a wind. There's one wind in this world. Why did they put the microphone on her back? What? Sorry, I don't understand any of this, all right? Surely it's better suited at the front. How is this microphone picking up any sound anyway, by the way? If there was ever a good advert for your microphone, it's the fact you can put it on your back and you'll still be recorded. So kudos to Rode, because I think Rode is the company. Sponsor me! Oh, imagine. I'd love that. Send me a microphone, please.
We have a prison phone call today with
did she actually do
Lazy,
anything?
and I'm
I don't
super
think she
excited. So Lazy reassures me by making me feel good, making me feel confident, calling me, sending
has
me
nothing else to do.
letters, buying me gifts, spoiling me.
How
Because
do
he
they buy you gifts? Where's the money coming from? I don't get it.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
Like, I know in prison, I think you can actually get money for, like, food and stuff. I think that's the case. What gifts is he sending you from inside the prison anyway? Like, a toothbrush that's been shaped into a shank? Because he's a murderer, get it?
Whoa. Nah, I never knew that. I never knew that.
What gift?
My love language is gifts.
Shh, I tell you what gift, actually. The gift of content for your TikTok so that you can rage bait, piss people off online. They comment, engage, and you get money. That is a good gift, actually.
Of my heart, I've loved you from the start, and it will be that way till the end. Side by side, hand in hand. You're the baddest chick in the land. So I stay in touch with Lazy by email.
Sorry, I don't know what email. Is he checking his emails in prison? What prison is he in, man? He's sending gifts and all sorts. Not the licorice. I don't understand. He's writing poems. Surely he could have put this talent to better use. And, you know, obviously Shakespeare has taken a very wrong turn in his life here. But you could have wrote a book or something. But you wanted to kill someone. And for the love of God, I'd love to know why. Are we going to get some type of backstory? Why did he murder someone? If it was in self-defense, I'd love to know. But if he just saw someone and just, you know, emmed them off, I'd like to know that, please. So that I can lessen the severity of my jokes. It's all a joke. Remember that, Lazy.
Phone call, or if we're going through a little tussle, I'll go visit him and pop up on him.
Sorry. I don't think you can just pop up to a prison unannounced. Let me know in the comments. But I'm urging you, Kat. Once again, I know you think you have 9 lives because of your name. But please don't be tussling with murderers.
If he doesn't call me for a little while, we're gonna get married when he comes home. That's the plan. So hopefully we become like a Cinderella story.
Cinderella wasn't like this, I tell you that much.
Hello, this is a free call from an incarcerated individual at...
Is that how
Did
the
you
phone
feel
sounds?
guilty starting a relationship with me in prison?
I don't think that's the question to ask. I think we should be asking, have you reformed, Lazy? Do you feel sorry for killing someone?
Did I feel guilty? No, I did not, because
There you go, you answered my
just because
question.
I'm in prison doesn't mean I should not continue living my life. When I finally found her on Facebook and she reached out to me, it was definitely long past due.
I'm really grateful that Lazy is in Bella's life.
That I don't understand, because these guys are acting as if they both wanted each other back in school. But if you genuinely did, you would have kept in contact and not had to reconnect just because she found out you're a murderer and decided, oh my gosh, my Niagara Falls downstairs is gushing because of this. Definitely don't visit that Niagara Falls unless you're a murderer. What the hell does that mean anyway? Cue the Kevin Hart meme.
What did that just mean?
But let me know your thoughts. If they actually wanted to be together, surely they would have kept in contact. Like, this screams to me just Lazy. I'm gonna... Obviously, she reached out first, so the questions have to be asked. Why? But Lazy's obviously gonna jump at this because he's in prison and... You know, them late nights, right? We're all adults here. Them late nights and he's getting a grip of himself. You know, it's a little bit easier having a relationship. So, he's using you, kind of. Very much so, actually, maybe. But love.
He does a really good job.
I actually love being Bella's stepfather because I don't have
Never
no
been there.
biological kids of my own, and I always wanted some. I love her very much.
Never
And the
been
doubts that your mom has
Yeah.
for our
Okay,
relationship with
technically you were
me,
there.
Yeah.
my complete honest answer is I really do not care whatsoever because
Babe, come
how
on.
she feels and how she is, she has nothing to do with our relationship. I would love to have a relationship with her and speak to her, and that's cool, but I don't care if she don't.
Yes. Okay.
And that's just keeping it all the way 100. That's keeping it real.
Let's keep it all the
Bro,
way.
she's looking at herself in the camera, by the way. Like, when she's on this phone call. Like, I'm not gonna say she's vain. Because I don't know her, but it's giving vain anyway. By the way, just paused it to make this joke. if Lazy did not commit this murder using her nails, he's made a severe and catastrophic error.
Ha ha, very funny, mother.
And that sounds like the start of a YouTube apology. I'm looking at you.
100, all the way left side.
Left side? Yeah.
Bye, love
Shit's
you.
gone left for real.
Come on. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah, those little kisses, you know, when he's getting a grip at that late night later on, he's thinking of that.
Bye. My mom's coming over today and she does not approve.
What are you doing
And I'm
right now?
really nervous.
Sorry, there's a cup there. I'm gonna do my very best to move out the way, right? Look. Can you see the cup says dump 'em?
Hell no!
There is also something with a picture, I think that's Jesus there, which is, I mean, Jesus would want you to love everyone, I guess, but listen to the cup, it says dump 'em. If you don't listen, to the cups that you buy, who are you going to listen to? Is she making a smoothie, by the way? Shout Magic Bullet. Sponsor me.
My family reacted very badly. My mother is not happy with it.
I found out after she talking to him about 6 months when he was in jail already. I don't know exactly. Like I say, I never talking to her too much about Lazy.
And it really breaks my heart that I can't speak to her and I can't go to her about my
Sorry. Do you know what pissed me off even more? The fact that you had to scoop with your finger that one piece of fruit onto the spoon. Also, I would not even come here if you're going to serve me a smoothie as your guest. Where's a meal? Do you know? Where's at least some rice? Why are you giving me a smoothie? If I'm the mother, I'm turning around right now anyway.
Her and I can't go to her about my relationship. I feel like she should give him an opportunity. I'm not a child, I'm an adult. And I deserve happiness like everybody else.
Yes, true.
I not say he's bad person, but he coming from prison. He had to show us he changed everything.
What?
And he wanna be good man for my granddaughter and for my daughter.
How can he not, or how can he show he's changed? By not killing someone? Because you'd hope so.
Because the first signing, he had to get out.
I think the main concern my mother has about Lazy is his tattoos and that he's in jail for murder.
That part.
It's going to be real difficult when she comes here and we're going to have a conversation. I hope she doesn't leave.
Why,
I think she's probably going to just walk out.
Camera, no?
I just hope one day she'll approve of my relationship, because whether she approves or not, I'm still going to be with him.
Then what is the point in any of this? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm only here for the title of this video and the fact that I can maybe make some stupid jokes. But why are we here then? If nothing's going to change your opinion, what's the point of this show? Do you know what I mean? Also, why are you looking at me so sad there, huh? It's not my fault, all right? You're doing it.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, my daughter.
Hi.
How are you?
Specifying that. I wouldn't.
Personal, I not like it, I not agree. So it's not really
Where's the
bothering me
smoothie
too
gone?
much. It's not exactly what I wanted for people like that, close to you and close to my granddaughter.
Not exactly, right? It's not exactly what I had in mind. Stop beating her around the bush, mother. Come on, lay it on her. Lay the smack down. And that's what Lazy did on someone, unfortunately. Rest in peace, whoever that person is.
Sorry, I know why you feel bad.
You don't have to be sorry, Mommy. It's okay. I understand where you're coming from. What do you not like about him?
It's because he's in prison.
Okay.
I don't like it. When you're in prison,
rhetorical
because you
question.
do something wrong. I don't know why, but it's something wrong that you did, because you know you'll not be there.
So what kind of relationship would you want to...
You know, sometimes people do end up in prison for doing absolutely nothing. So, important to note that.
see me in?
With person, normal people. For me, normal is people who work, have a job, and take care of you, pay you bills. What kind of relationship you have with the people in prison?
What's her
Talking
job?
by phone all the time? That's not really for
Sounds
me
like a romance scam, doesn't it?
relationship. But you grown woman, and I know you're going to do what you have to do, the best for your daughter.
He's my best friend and I trust him. And he's really good with Bella. If I felt a little bit that something was off, I would leave it right away. I don't care, in prison or outside of prison. So I feel like maybe when he gets out, you give him a chance.
I can meet her and say, I no promise anything.
I know.
I'm sorry. I no promise anything, but you grown woman, if you happy, I'm happy too. Because my daughter, if anything happened to you, happened to me. You have to wait when he out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can meet. That's it.
Yeah.
So basically,
I love you.
what a waste of time this
What I have to
was,
say for the people who judge us is I really don't care at all.
Okay.
It ain't got nothing to do with me over here. Lazy impacted my life for the better. He showed me and taught me what unconditional love is.
Is it? Not your daughter. Your daughter didn't teach you what unconditional love is. The murderer did. My goodness. Disney is noting this right now. There will be a Pixar movie very soon.
And he's shaped me into a better woman.
I'm assuming that's the end of this. Thanks for watching. Subscribe now. How about everyone subscribe now to make me feel better for having to watch this shit? Alright? Please, I'm begging you. I'm just on my knees at this point. Maybe. Metaphorically, anyway. The screen's gone blank. And so has my head. Alright? And going back to the knees part, I'll get on my knees if you're willing to pay the right price. You... Stop it! You don't take that out of context.
Yeah, boy.
What did you think, everyone? Did you enjoy this lovely fairy tale here? Did you enjoy it? Huh? My main concern here is that I just hope, right, regardless of the jokes, I hope she's safe when he gets out, yeah? Because I don't know what he was involved in or whatever. You know, if any, you know, past affiliations will come back and haunt her and the child. I hope that's not the case. I very much hope the child is safe. At the end of the day, I just don't think she should be around such people. But you will let me know in the comments your thoughts about that. And that's it, actually. You know, as much as I made jokes, I do hope they're safe once this guy gets out. If he gets out. You know, if he's on good behavior and he gets out, please don't come for me. 'Cause I'll fight back. I'm joking. I will... Let's wrap this up. Hello, everyone. It's tantalizing talk time. Now, if you are eagle-eyed, you will have noticed that my hair has vanished from the video. Mystical powers. It's because this video, if you haven't realized, was recorded while ago. Not just a while ago, while ago. So that's why the hair is gone. So I thought in this remastering, we'll add a tantalizing talk section. And if you're new here, this is the part of the commentary / reaction where we look at comments from the original video. We talk about things, discuss some things. Do we agree with this? Do we disagree with that? And we just vibe. You know, I figured since I've started doing this section recently, quote unquote, let's add it in here. The first comment is as follows. I think it's none of your business if she loves him and wanna be with him. You can't do anything about it. Let her be. Life is short. Now, I was making a lot of jokes, of course, in that original recording, and I'm going to try and be a little bit more serious in this section, just because in this section I usually get a little bit more philosophical and, you know, give real advice, sort of. Now, at the end of the day, correct. Realistically, no one can do anything. It's her decision. Like, we can hope that it doesn't end up bad. We can hope it doesn't result in, severe consequences. It's ultimately her decision. Cool, I get it. However, the none of your business aspect is interesting because she's come on a public platform and probably creates content around the relationship as well online on her own personal public platforms. So she's making it everyone's business. Of course, naturally, people are going to have opinions. It's the internet. Now, you can agree with someone's opinion, you can disagree with someone's opinion, but there's going to be opinions because you've put it out there. Doesn't make the opinion right or wrong, but you've put it out there, so it is kind of people's business now. Also, let her be life is short. Yes, life is short, but I also see it in a way where life can be long. You get every day that you wake up, you get another chance to live life. Maybe you get another chance to correct some mistakes. You get another day, you get another chance to tell someone you love them. In this particular scenario, you get another chance to consider the safety of yourself and your child, because let's now get a bit more serious, right? Behind closed doors, if this guy was to get out, by the way, someone let me know if he's out, because this video was recorded ages ago, so, once again, chill out. It's just jokes. But if we're being serious, behind closed doors, nobody knows how this guy handles difficult situations. If there's an argument of some kind, how does he handle his anger? I mean, we didn't get context as to how he bloody murdered someone. So, like, I'm inclined to believe he doesn't handle anger very well. Like, let me know your thoughts. Yes, life is short. Yes, that means you can take some risks. Why is my... God, my voice went higher as if I just sucked a balloon. Hello? I've lost the plot. But yes, life is short. Maybe you take some risks. But that doesn't mean you literally put yourself in front of danger because life is short. Let's bloody end it today. So let me know your thoughts on that. Kelly raises a good point here. If she wants to be an idiot, fine. But why involve her daughter in her mess? That's disgusting. Plus, she's most likely only one of his many girlfriends. As I mentioned just a little bit ago, ultimately it's her decision. She's going to do what she's going to do. But when it involves children, and I feel very strongly about this, do not put the child in an environment where what they are seeing is something that they might believe is the correct way to navigate life. Some sort of sense was made there. But what I mean is, if the child is looking at this dynamic, this relationship, is she going to grow up and believe that this is the correct way to feel love? I'd hope not, because, again, you do deserve better. As foolish as I think Kat is, she does deserve better. And damn well, for sure, the child deserves better, in my opinion. The part about the many girlfriends, I ain't got Scooby. I mean, who knows? If he's living up Playboy Mansion inside prison. But in terms of the daughter, I just hope she's safe. Again, if he was to get out, how does he handle maybe being angry towards her for a particular reason? How does he handle anger towards Kat? It's just not ideal, I'll say. Next up, I caught on to this, obviously, months ago when this was recorded, but when she pretended to brush her hair, laughing emoji. So you're telling me she didn't actually brush her hair, and I was correct? She just swiped. What is going on? The producers of the show sometimes if they're telling her to do that, I don't get it. If it's her just willy-nilly, I'll pretend to brush my hair for some reason, I don't get it. Now, we spoke about how would he handle his anger in certain situations, but I think it's also to look at from this perspective. English words are great. If she can look past that, she will give him a pass on everything. Now, in terms of how he handles certain situations in regards to a relationship on the outside, yes. I mean, if she's forgiving him taking a life, which, by the way, he did mention that he is allowed to carry on living his life. You know, just because he's in prison, that doesn't mean he should stop. But big man, you took a life. So, like, it's very hypocritical what you're saying. But anyway, to this comment, if she's letting, if she's sweeping that under the rug, then I'm not saying he will be this way towards her. But if he is abusive towards her, is she just going to let that slide as well? And then you've got the whole host of fear. I can't say anything to this man because he might do things. It's just not ideal, as I mentioned. It's very dangerous. I really hope they are safe. And then lastly, another comment that is bigoted. And it's a worrying trend that every video that I seem to watch, maybe 99% of them, will have a bigoted comment. What a society. What's the phrase I'm looking for here? What a cesspool of ignorance the internet is. I would say has become, but it's probably been like this for a while, and it's just been amplified by the amount of shitheads roaming the world, eh? Is it trans? Because apparently who she identifies as is some sort of, or has some sort of relevance to this. The story contains a murdering boyfriend, but this Donnie is worried about her identity. I mean, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Please look after yourselves. We always talk about red flags in relationships. I think this is a very big one. I mean, it's not sending gold bars. It's not sending Steam gift cards to someone who has broke their leg and is very happy in the hospital. It's not that, but I think murder's bad. Don't do this. Like, at the end of the day, cool. I can't tell you who to love. But look out for yourself, at the very least. And especially if you have a child. See you guys next time. If you do want to watch, I guess, more Love Don't Judge stuff, I'll put it up there, since there's nothing that compares to this, really. Bye. Can't stress enough, it's just a joke, lazy, if you are watching this.